Hi, students, and welcome to today's lesson. I'm Mr. Hunter. Today, we will investigate the question, how can wind affect land? Are you ready? Grab your pencil and your science journal, and let's get started. Whoa! What do you notice in this video? Is that a storm I see? Whoa, it got very dark. Wow, have you ever seen a storm like that? That big storm is a dust storm. The video is a time-lapse video. It shows the storm moving faster than it moved in real life. Do you remember our wind models from last time? We saw that the wind in our models moved both sand and soil. Well, dust storms happen when very strong winds carry loose sand and soil. They usually occur in dry areas where there is not much rainfall. The dust in a dust storm is mostly dry clay and silt that the wind picks up, carries, and moves. We observed samples of clay and silt in a previous lesson. Do you remember? Imagine you are in the middle of a dust storm. Where might all that dust go? What problems might a dust storm cause for people? I would not want to stand outside during a dust storm. The dust might blow in my eyes, and the dust might make it hard to see. The dust might also get inside a building if the doors or windows were open. What do you think people could do to prepare for a dust storm? I think people could go inside if they see a dust storm coming. They could also keep their doors and windows closed. A dust storm is one example of wind moving land. Now we will observe some of the problems that occur when wind moves parts of land such as soil and sand. Then we will look at how people solve these problems. Let's go. Look at this picture. Where do you see evidence that wind has changed the land enough to cause problems for people? Shout out what you notice. I noticed that sand covers large parts of those houses. I wonder if people can even live in those houses with so much sand covering the houses. Let's look at another picture. Where do you see evidence that wind has changed land enough to cause problems for people? Call out what you notice. Well, I noticed that sand covers a lot of the road. Sand on the road can make driving a lot harder. If the sand covers the whole road in some places, people won't know where to drive. Wind that moves sand over houses and roads could cause serious problems for people. I wonder what solutions people have found. How could people solve the problems that can occur when wind and land interact? People build tall walls to help stop landslides caused by water. I wonder if they could build walls to block land moved by wind too. Or maybe people could build a fence along the road to stop the sand. Let's look at some solutions that people have already designed to reduce or limit the effects of wind changing land. Look at these two pictures. What do you notice? This picture shows trees between farmland and a road in a straight line. And this picture shows a lot of trees between farmland and large hills of sand. This picture shows a system. A system is a group of parts working together. The parts of this system include the trees and the farmland behind the trees. This picture also shows a system, or a group of parts working together. The parts of this system include the trees, the farmland, and the surrounding hills of sand. The systems are the same in several ways. Each system protects the farmland. Both systems show a lot of plants. In what ways might plants prevent wind from changing land? Well, some trees grow very tall. They might block the wind. How do you think plant parts might work together to help prevent wind from changing land? Call out your ideas. I think that the leaves and the trunks of tall trees work together to block some wind. And I know that plants also have roots that grow in the ground. The roots help hold the plant and the soil in place, so the wind cannot blow the land away near plants very easily. What do you think the areas in the pictures would be like if people did not create systems to protect them from wind? Imagine the trees are gone from these pictures. Now imagine a strong wind blows through the areas. What might happen? I think the sandy soil would cover the road, and the sandy hills near those fields would probably cover the fields. The hills might even get smaller. Let's look at these two pictures again. Do you think the systems we observed could prevent these problems? Let's look at them one at a time. Do you think plants could help reduce the problem of sand covering the houses in this picture? Yes, I think so. Putting more plants around the houses might have stopped the sand from blowing on them and burying them. And what do you think about this picture? Could trees help keep sand off the road? Well, tall trees by the road might not block much sand from blowing onto the road. Maybe they would help a little. Let's update our anchor chart with what we've learned about how wind can affect land. We have already recorded our learning about the composition and shape of land. And we have started to add our learning about how water can affect land. What should we say about wind? Well, water and wind can move land from one place to another. Water and wind can change the shape of land. We also saw some systems to keep land in place. People can design solutions to problems water and wind cause when they change land. I wonder if there could be another solution to reduce the problems caused by wind and water. Let's keep investigating to see what else we can learn. Maybe there are other ways to keep wind and water from causing problems by moving land. Let's review your task for today. Answer the questions about the ways wind can change land and cause problems for people. Fill in the blanks to update the anchor chart. Thanks for joining me on today's journey as we explored how wind can affect land and updated the anchor chart. Your task for today is to complete Lesson 12 Science Journal. I'll see you next time.